Hello and welcome to BeamNG Drive. I'm davidinark. Today we are on Sandy Mountain. This comes to us from none other than Nadiox1, one of the BeamNG Drive devs. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's been with the project since the very beginning. If not, it's got to be close to that. Anyhow, he brings us Sandy Mountain. Now, we just took off from the hangar starting point. We are in the ME-262 cruising around. Got a nice, comfortable cruising altitude here, folks, which, of course, will get adjusted as we fly along, as we cruise through some of the mountaintops here, taking a look at what the scenery has to offer. Now, I can tell you that because the cockpit of this vehicle takes up so much of the screen space, it's a little hard to tell what's what, so we're going to spend a lot of time on our sides, so that way you can kind of look out the windows and get a spectacular view of what this map has to offer. It's got gorgeous rolling hills, several paved areas, definitely off-roading. Oh, look at there. I don't even know what that was down there. Huh. Anyhow, as we cruise through here, oh, look at that. A nice slalom track. Not really a track, it's just a slalom drive downhill or uphill, depending on your preference. As we fly around here, banking around to the right. Again, you can check out the paved roads, and then I love all of that off-road veining that's kind of going on, which it's not really off-road tracks, but because of the veining into the terrain, they really do lend themselves to some fun off-roading here in Sandy Mountain. Ah, look at that. As we fly along, well, there's a different downhill course, not quite as twisty-turny as the other slalom, although there are definitely some great places for drifting opportunities, just some regular downhill racing, what have you. There goes the hangar underneath us once again. So that's a peek from the hangar starting point. Let's jump over to one of the other starting points so you can get a feel for what that is like as well. All right, now here we are at the radio tower. Look at that majestic beast. That's a heck of a shot right there. Ah, absolutely gorgeous. This time we are in the Roamer Adventure. And let's see if we take off from... Whoops, nearly blew out my wheel just trying to get out of the place. Anyhow, if we take off from here... Look at this. I love this first-person view in BeamNG, hanging out in the driver's seat as we cruise along the just undulating ups, downs, twists, and turns of Sandy Mountain. As we head in around this curve here, I have no idea what the speed limit is supposed to be, but you know, it's BeamNG, that doesn't necessarily really matter. But as you can see, we can definitely take these turns easily at 40 in the Roamer, probably even bump this up a little bit, depending on, you know, kind of where we're going, what we're doing. Now, the downside is, not really downside, I mean, it's one thing to be traveling along in the Roamer by yourself. I think what we need is to bring in some of the AI vehicles, and let's spawn in some other folks so that they can take in the sights as well. Plus, we get to see how AI behaves on Sandy Mountain. Now, I didn't look deep into the description. I don't know if AI is set up for these different roads or what have you. So we'll just take a look here, see what AI does. It could be broken. We'll just kind of drive along and see. There we go. Whoops, probably don't need to... try to pass it. Okay. What do we have? All right, we have synchronized pulling off the road. Oh, yeah. All right, AI is definitely not happy about something that's happening at this intersection, but that's okay. I'm assuming this is definitely a map in progress, but in the meantime, AI does at least seem to somewhat function. I do like that it is staying on either side of the road, so that's always a plus when dealing with AI. As we cruise along, up behind the little, is that a Corvette in front of us? I can't tell and I can't read. It might be a Widgeon. I don't know. I can't really tell from here. You'd think I'd be able to tell, but I can't. So there you go. We'll just we'll cruise around. Yeah, I think it is a Corvette. Look at that. So the AI is playing relatively nicely. It helps if I don't go headlong into them. As we cruise around, I want you to look off into the distance, check out those majestic mountains, and all of it absolutely explorable, which is one of the things that I really love about this particular map. Whoa! Oh, well, we've crashed. Let's get ourselves reset, and I'll continue that thought. So, what I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my own lack of drivability, was just that because of the way this map is laid out and the way Nadiox in particular set this up, you can pretty much go off-roading anywhere you want to. Now, the guardrails will definitely put a hindrance on some of the things that you can and can't do. But outside of that, I don't really see any major, abrupt edges. When you look at the transitions between road and the dirt along the side, or even the roads the hillsides as they roll up into the majestic peaks like you see up ahead of you, it's all nice, smooth, worked out. I don't know, just nothing too jarring, and to me that makes for such a great exploration style map. So that is fantastic. Again, we took off from the radio tower. There are a couple of other default places that you can leave from, and the next one we're going to take a look at is the warehouse, because we've got a delivery to make. Ah, yes, here we are. If role-playing is your thing, this map has a little bit of that for you, too. As we head out from the warehouse in the T-Series box trailer here, the box van, we head out for a delivery. The AI driving around, for whatever reason, a bunch of them heading toward the warehouse. Maybe they work there. Maybe they have stuff they've got to pick up. Maybe they are fellow drivers heading to the warehouse. Don't pay attention to that. Heading to the warehouse to start their own load as we cruise up. Now the T-Series in front of us, man, going a little too slow, and now of course I can't pass him because he was going too slow. I had to slow down, and well, that just messed everything up. Whoops, I'm a little bit all over the place. I do like that the AI does seem to be functioning pretty decently. Look at that, we got ourselves a nice little line of traffic. Again, adding into that kind of roleplay feel, if that's what you like to do in BeamNG. Then Sandy Mountain certainly has the roads and the AI and the jobs for you to do as you head out into the open road as we skirt out around the T-Series. Oh, wait, I'm a little... let's just pretend that never happened. Anyway, lots of things to enjoy here on Sandy Mountain. Now, again, the AI is doing some weird stuff. What are you guys doing? I have no idea. I have not pulled this up. I'm sorry. I've not pulled this up in the editor to see why in the world the AI decides to make U-turns right in the middle of certain roads. I'm sure it'll be all worked out eventually. Not a problem. Ignore it. Go around. Go about your business. Head on down the road to deliver the goods. All right, we have one more default place to check out here in Sandy Mountain. And here we go. If you choose the default location to spawn into, you just kind of spawn in up on the highway. But that gives you a perfect opportunity to grab yourself a rally vehicle or an off-road vehicle and head out across the sandiest parts of Sandy Mountain. Now, I want to come up here and get around this guardrail. So there we go. We'll do that. And as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, you've got these natural veins, kind of where, most likely where water has run down over time and has created these little channels. Look at that. Up into the sunset. What a gorgeous, gorgeous view. Oh, that's a little rough. Oh, there we go. All right, well, there are definitely some spots that you got to watch out for, but that'd be the case no matter where you're going. As you head off-road from the beaten path down along the way. I would love to, whoa, catching some air. I'd love to head over and see if we could get up to that peak up there. I don't know if there's like a direct way to do that. I don't know. Let's drive around a little bit and see what we got. Oh, yeah, look at there. As you can see, and I know I'm kind of, harping on this a lot, but as we are driving along here and you look, especially along the right side, you see how there's a nice, smooth, natural curve between the road itself and what is the off-road and up into the hills and the mountains. I'm sorry, I'm so busy. Whoa, catching some air. I'm so busy checking out what's going on to the right side. I'm not paying attention to the fact that there's a guardrail on my left side, but that's okay. You understand what we're doing here. Driving along, nice small rock, so nothing that juts out and absolutely wrecks your car. Oops. I'll leave that to myself, evidently. We'll just wreck out our own car. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Hi, I'm davidinark, playing BeamNG. All right, so what if let's see, is that the tallest peak? I think that's where I was trying to head. So let me see if we just kind of move over this way. Yeah, we'll just drop ourselves here. Well, over here, since there's a guardrail in the way. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, well, we're a little beat up. That's all right. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I don't know that this is the tallest peak, but I don't know. It looks like it's a very tall peak anyway. Plus, it gives us the opportunity to do things like this, where we've got these gorgeously smooth off-road places that we can drive. And, oh, that looks like, okay, well, that's technically the edge of the developed area of the map. So we're actually not really on a what I would call official part of the map. However, that doesn't matter because our little vehicle here can just keep on trucking. I'm trying to do this. Well, ideally, you would not be going straight up this hill like this. You would rather, sort of kind of ease yourself back and forth, reducing the angle of attack there. But in this particular case, it's actually working out okay. So we'll just keep on driving, reaching for the summit of Sandy Mountain. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, sometimes if you do something like that where you catch enough air, your vehicle just loses all grip and you end up sliding all the way back down the hill. Now, this looks like, come on. Well, I was going to say like we're getting to the summit. Not quite. There is this little bitty peak up here. Oh, well, there's technically one up over there as well. Every time I think I'm at the very top, there's more to go. Look at that, though. Gorgeous view down into the valleys below. I think we can get around here. Here we go. This nice triple peak. There we go. Oh, just about high centered ourselves right on there, but that is gorgeous. Look at that. Ooh, look at the switchbacks down there off to the right. You may have to go back if you missed that while I was chit-chatting over moving the camera, but you gotta love the sunshine with the lens flare as we look down into the valley. Sandy Mountain. That is awesome. Hey, I'll have a link to the mod down in the description below. You can check that out. In the meantime, we're going to play around with the lighting here. Ooh, look at there. The mist has settled in. Oh, that's, man, I tell you what, this game is just so aesthetically pleasing. Even if all you're doing is moving the sunshine around and changing cloud cover and cloud speed. And, man, you can just, it truly is an open sandbox game for really any kind of thing you want to do in terms of environmental impact. And so cool. Anyhow, where was I? I digress. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Hero of God, GamerGull, and LosWilko for supporting me on Patreon. You can check that out, patreon.com/davidinark. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And even if you don't do any of that stuff, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. And as we head out of the video, of course, it wouldn't be BeamNG Drive if we didn't head back down the hill for a little bit of crash action. So, enjoy the tumbling, turning, and absolutely massive destruction of this poor little sunburst as we head off into the sunset or rise, or whichever way the sun's going. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Have a great day.